Hitman Hart, the best there is, best there was, and the best there ever will be. And you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What's going on, everybody? It's The Rewind, that show brought to you by Smacked Raw, where RN and I take a look at the latest things happening inside and outside the wrestling ring. I'm Kyle Tyson.
I am Mr. 8984, RN, if you will, the brains and beauty of the Smacked Raw pod.
RN, what are we doing, man? We're doing two shows back to back?
Actually, it'll be... No, I thought it was going to be three. I did have one for tomorrow, but I don't now, but I do have one Thursday, too.
Man, so yeah, the Smacked Raw, we over here at the Rewind, we've been lacking lately, and so we're trying to make up for some of the missed shows that we've done. Today, we are joined by the very lovely Marie Shadows. What's going on, Marie?
Hey, we're finally doing this. I've been excited all day.
Yeah, I'm glad you were able to join us. Listen, little backstory. So we're doing a preview. This is technically a preview show for the G1 Climax. However, I had to hit up Marie and I was like, listen, I know the G1's important to a lot of people. I'm a wrestling show. I should try to cover it. I just happen to know like next to nothing about New Japan, and my co-host, it kills the guy for him to have any preparation. So I need somebody that can make this even like remotely professional. So you're here today to help us look over this year's G1 Climax. This they go numerically, right? This is the G1 Climax 32. Right.
Yes, it's 32 because last year was 31.
All right. So.
Yes.
Hey, noobs in the chat. By the way, really quick.
Yeah.
Really quick, you guys. You can always catch our live shows Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/SmackedRaw. We are always can be found on YouTube, of course, if you miss the live streams, youtube.com/SmackedRaw podcast. And then the audio version is pretty much everywhere. We're on everything. Little backstory, I did some homework. The G1 Climax for the uninformed, including myself. This is what I've learned, okay? It takes place Saturday and Sunday, July 16th and 17th. It has been under a lot of different names, such as like the G1 Climax. It was called the IWGP League, the MSG League, and then the World League. And then there was like a year where it was called something else. Like literally 1 year it had its own other name. But a lot of the big wrestlers that we all hear about in this little wrestling circle that we're all a part of have won the G1 Climax. Okada won it last year. He's a three-time champion. Kota Ibushi won it 2019 and 2020. He's the only person to ever win it back-to-back, I learned. Other big names, Tanahashi, who just challenged for the AEW interim world title against Moxley at Forbidden Door. He's won it 3 times himself. Kenny Omega won it back in 2016. And WWE's own Shinsuke Nakamura won it back in 2011. I also learned that some of wrestling's legends from here in the West have won it, including Hulk Hogan won it in 1983 under the name the IWGP League. Andre the Giant is a 2-time winner when it was referred to as the MSG League and IWGP League. And of course, the big daddy of them all, Mr. Antonio Inoki, he's won the damn thing 10 times in its history. Marie, how'd I do?
That was perfect. I am proud of you, Kyle.
That was Wikipedia for you. There you go.
I don't give a shit. Shut up. Shush.
So that's a little preview.
I'm proud of you. Stop it.
Okay, all right. So, and by the way, this is a different type of tournament. So this is where you're going to help me out, and I think RN probably knows more than I do too.
Right.
This isn't your typical like a single elimination tournament. This is broken up into blocks, and that's where I'm going to hand this off to you, Marie, because that's as much as I know. How do the blocks work?
So I'm gonna switch to the graphic of the blocks so we can all see it.
Okay, here we go.
This year is special for blocks because they have a total of 28 guys in this because there's 7 for each block. So you have 4, 7 times 4 is 28. Hopefully I got my math right, and this isn't Steiner math.
I think that's correct.
Yes, that's correct.
Cool, awesome. I've only been writing it for like the past week. But last year it was just a regular tournament. It wasn't in blocks. It still follows the same format of like, if a wrestler gets a pin or submission, that's 2 points. If a wrestler gets a draw, that's 1 point. And obviously, if a wrestler loses, that's 0 points. So we're still going on what the Best of the Super Juniors was doing with their point system, and we're still applying it to the G1. The G1 automatically had that point system, and it's a round robin sort of kind of tournament. So as you can see here, we have A block. A block has all the big names, all the big guys. You have Okada, you got Yano, which, by the way, I have to get in my one fuck Yano.
I love Yano.
Fuck Yano.
We have Jonah, which is gonna be his first time, his first G1. He's been on NJPW Strong for like a little while, and he's been doing very well with TMDK. So all the Australians are happy that he's here. We have Lance Archer. Lance Archer hasn't been here in like 3 years for a G1. So we have AEW representation. We got Tom Lawler. Tom Lawler just lost his New Japan Strong title to Fred Rosser in a very great match. We got Jeff Cobb, and we got like Bala Fale. Over on the B block, we have Jay White, who's coming in as our IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. We have Ishii, we have Tama, we have Taichi. Taichi is a really cool character. He's basically our Holy Emperor in New Japan Pro Wrestling. We have Sonata, we have the Great Okan, it'll be his first G1, and then we have Chase. For C block, we got Tanahashi, we got Godo, we got Zack Sabre Jr., we got Kenta, we got Naito, we got Hinare, my boy, we got Evil. And for D block, we have Ospreay, Yoshihashi, David Finley, El Phantasmo, Shingo, Juice, and Yujiro Takahashi. So these are our blocks, and that's basically how this is gonna go for July 16th all the way to August 18th being the finals.
I'm so torn on these blocks. I literally have a person that I love in each block. So I'm like kind of,
I know, right?
Kind of torn on them, on which block I want to choose.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Kyle, you have any questions? Are you good? You're following?
Okay, so really quick, this is gonna look silly. Okay. How many times do they face each other in each block? Is everybody gonna face everybody? What's going on with that?
So put up the next graphic.
I gotcha.
So I created this graphic.
Jeez,
it took me a while to actually do this. I did it because my readers over at Substack, it's for them to follow along with me as I go through each day. Like this is gonna kill me. How I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna cover it. So for July, I wrote out every single match. So for Saturday, for block A, we're getting Okada versus Jeff Cobb. That's like the one to kick us off. And then block B, we have Sonata versus Jay White, just right off the bat.
Shit.
And Sonata's coming off of healing from his orbital bone being destroyed by Ospreay. Block C, we got Tanahashi versus Aaron Hinare. Obviously, I'm rooting for Hinare in that instance. And then block D, we have Ospreay versus ELP. So like this is how it's basically broken up. Sunday you can see it, Wednesday you can see who's going, and I have all the way until August. But don't forget about the undercards. The undercards, man, like I think for Saturday, I might be wrong, but we're getting like a tag team match of I forgot who Tama's teaming with, but he's fighting like Jay White like in the first freaking undercard, which is kind of like, oh my god. But yeah, that's how it's broken up. Each day tells you what block is going, so each wrestler is wrestling from their respective blocks, and then they get a point or 2 points, so they have a pin or submission. So yeah.
Dope. This is a lot.
Oh yeah.
So when it comes to the G1 Climax, for one, it sounds like would this be fair to say it's almost like a summer-long event, or like
yes,
like a season? Yeah. It's a season of wrestling, is what
it
this
is.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's a season of wrestling and summer-wise.
Yeah, I think Kyle was thinking it was just those 2 days. I don't
Oh,
think
no,
he
No,
knows.
I knew it was more than those 2 days, but I wasn't sure. Like, is this broken up over like say a couple weeks to a couple? But this is actually literally a couple months
No.
long.
Yeah.
If you want to go to the next graphic, it might answer your question because I still have it for August of
I
like
got
each
you.
of the
Yeah. So assuming wrestlers aren't injured and everything goes smoothly, when is this anticipated to end? Like,
So Tuesday, August 16th is when everything sort of ends. And then when it comes to the finals, which should either be like the next day or maybe a couple days after, that like it's gonna be a winner from so after a wrestler accumulates the amount of points they need, which I don't really know at the moment. It's going to be Block A winner versus Block B winner. And then whoever wins goes to the finals. And then Block C versus Block D, whoever wins goes to the finals. And those two representing whatever block they won will fight at the finals. Did that make sense?
Yeah, like Final Four.
okay,
Yes.
okay,
In a way,
I'm
yes.
I'm following.
Okay, cool.
I just need a second to take this all in. That's all it is.
Yeah,
need
I'm
them
so
all.
sorry that I had to learn
This
all
is an
this.
overwhelming
and I'm like,
tournament, man. This is really
yes,
cool.
yeah.
So you got, like I said, you got names like Okada. Like the ones that stand out to me is like Okada, of course. I've seen the Yano's like comedy clips. Tom Lawler, just because I love UFC and I've watched him fight in the past. I remember Jonah. He wrestled for NXT, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, he did,
Remember, I
yeah.
refused to call him Thick Boy.
Yeah, that's who that was. Okay, of course.
Yeah.
Jeff Cobb. He's the one who has that awesome finisher, the Tour of the Isles.
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
He does.
Fucking love that finisher. Jesus
This is
Christ.
probably my
I
least
do
favorite
too.
block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean A?
Yeah, this is my least favorite. I like Lawler, Cobb, and Okada.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
else
yeah.
is eh.
And-
I can get that. I get that.
Okay, so Lance
I
Archer.
love Jeff Cobb, actually. Jeff Cobb's like one of my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
wrestlers right now.
Of course, I'm familiar with Lance Archer, and then Bad Luck Fale. He's a Bullet Club original, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
a Bullet Club original.
All
Mhm.
right.
He slowed down a little bit too. That's why I'm not really like as high on him as I used to be.
Was he ever like a big wrestler? I always heard that
Not
he
like
was
a big wrestler, but he was a little bit more high impact, a little bit more like all the Samoan big guys. Like they showed off their athleticism. He was actually a little bit like Jonah, honestly, for his size, but he's definitely slowed down
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
here
okay.
recently.
I think I just remember seeing clips of like Finn Balor riding on his shoulders and stuff.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever can recall any clips or matches I've
He
actually
was
seen
a
him in.
dope ass wrestler. He still is good, but he's like I said, he's definitely slowed down from what he used
Yeah,
to.
he slowed down.
I actually feel proud of myself because looking over here, I actually recognize the majority of the names here. Like I really
Keep
do. I
going.
feel cool that I've watched enough. Of course, I'm not like 100% familiar with every one of them.
Right.
So what's this weekend? Is the A block? Is that what we're watching this weekend?
This weekend we're watching blocks A through D, including the undercard. So it's gonna be a long ass fucking thing,
Right.
man. Maybe
How
like
many-
3 hours, 4 hours tops.
So is that what you have pulled up right here? Is
No, that's just the blocks. It doesn't include the undercard and everything.
I look, like my coverage is just the blocks. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna really do the undercard unless
but that's
certain
what I'm saying.
wrestlers
So
play.
these aren't the full cards
are
of
the
the show,
main.
but these are the matches that we got. So we got
yeah.
Block A, we got Okada and Jeff Cobb. Block B, Sonata
Yeah.
and Jay White. Wow, man, two of the biggest champions in history, right on the first night.
And that's
three
four
of
of
them.
the biggest stars.
Tanahashi
That's what I'm saying.
in
That's
there.
all their and Osprey. That's
And
literally
Osprey.
their,
Oh wow, all
yeah, that's
former
their top 4 guys on the first night. I
all
mean,
Yeah.
former champs, man. Poor Osprey had to rock that fucking butterfly belt. Which they're still using that, aren't they?
yeah, the Divas.
Dude,
Yeah,
that is so ugly, man.
Well, okay. Here's the story behind it.
Okay,
right?
Marie, sell it
Because-
to me. Sell me this ugly butterfly belt.
Well,
Okay.
I will say this though. I was on Jay White's side when they were pushing Ibushi to actually change the titles, and Jay White was like, "What are you doing? That's fucking stupid." But they changed the titles because in Japan they have a new season is the wrong word. They enter into a new era of Japan, which basically sort of tells you that it's supposed to be peace and harmony. It's the Reina era Yeah, it's the Reina era, so that's why they decided to do away with the version 4 belt, which I personally love the version 4 belt of the IWGP, and the Intercontinental for this butterfly belt. It's to just rein in a whole new era for Japan. That's
So
why.
is the Intercontinental belt no more now, I guess, then?
It's no more, dude. No more.
What was the purpose of merging the titles though? Like, why get rid of the Intercontinental title? Is it really just because they have the US title and they want that to be their secondary belt, or what's going on with that?
Honestly, I don't know. The way that all this happened was that for a while, sometimes New Japan would do double champions. So like Evil was a double champion of the world, the Intercontinental, and I think like Naito was the same way too. But for some reason, like they decided to not have the Intercontinental anymore. I don't know exactly why.
Kota Ibushi was rocking both belts when they unified.
Yeah,
them,
he
right?
was. Yeah, he was. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why. I don't really have a good answer to let you know why they did away with the IC. I love the IC. I love the fact that if New Japan had a lot more titles, all of the young guys that they have, like in the young lions and the ones that graduated, they could hold like one of those titles to try to feel like this is what a champion is. This is how I should carry the company before they get to the IWGP World Title. You know, like I miss that belt. I miss the IC belt.
I miss it too because it was like that's kind of how I got introduced back into New Japan when Nakamura was Intercontinental champ and all that stuff, like right before he left and all that. So like that's kind of what brought me into it. And really, to be honest, like I don't even know if I remember who the world champ was because I had to watch so much of Nakamura and stuff and everything because he was like such a focal point of the show at that time. So like, yeah, that's why I asked like, damn, they just got rid of it. But I know that they are pushing the US title a lot more too, especially because they're running more shit in the States.
Yeah, they're really pushing for Western audiences, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right.
Also, fun fact too that MVP was the first ever IWGP Intercontinental Champion.
MVP was?
Yeah.
Yes.
No shit.
He was the first. He was the first ever Intercontinental Champion for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Dude, I gain more respect for MVP as time goes on. Like all the time now. Like as time goes on, I just get more and more respect for that guy. Like MVP just grows on me. I remember when I first saw MVP, I was like, dude, I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand the outfit. I couldn't stand the baller.
Really?
Like I couldn't. No.
Oh my god,
I hated the outfit too.
That was right around the time I was getting out of pro wrestling, like where I just went through this big gap. Okay. But then when he came back in the Royal Rumble, and I was like, cool, there's MVP. But then he started showing up on Raw and everything with the Hurt Business. Dude, MVP has been just the hotness for me. And God, it's awesome to hear that he's the original IWGP Intercontinental Champ. That's dope as hell, man.
Yeah, man. We gave him his flowers when me and Will were talking about it. All right, so I guess we could jump into like certain storylines that I could like guide you through, because it's like, the one big storyline would be Tama and Jay. Yeah. That's like the biggest fucking one.
Okay, so I know about this one, right? Tama and Tango Loa both got kicked out of New Japan not New Japan, excuse me, Bullet Club. Right? They got turned on and shit. And there's they're not one of them's an OG, Tama is. And Tango came in later, right?
Right.
Yeah, a little bit later. After, by the way, another fun fact, after WWE let him go, because he was in WWE as Camacho.
Oh, I forgot. I heard about that.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Does anybody else, do you not like Chase Owens as much as I do? He fucking sucks to me. I just want to know, does anybody else think he sucks?
Let's just say that I blocked his ass and I don't want to deal with him anymore. So yeah, he
fucking sucks.
Okay,
and
cool. I feel so out of the loop.
I told the story about what the fuck happened between him and me on Will's podcast with Yellow Shoe Guy with Bobby. So,
Oh man.
Bottom line, he's a piece of shit.
Okay. I'll take y'all's word for it, man.
We're not really gonna talk about him as much here, but like we can talk about the other guys. Let's see. What other questions you have? Because this is like basically the blocks and whatnot.
No, I mean y'all kind of spelled it out for me. So like at first when I was looking at the cards here, because I'm actually right on the official website. The cards confused me because I wasn't sure how they worked out. But you showing like, you know, the match lineups and explaining like it's a point system based on how the match turns out. Like that's all really cool now. Right. So heading over to the
I got a question.
Yo.
Sure.
Because how I'm looking at this, like they kind of set it up to where you automatically think the pillars are going to win. So if it's not going to be one of those four, who do you think's the dark horse to win it?
Okay, so I'm gonna go by block because they got to get a winner for the block. Right. I would be surprised if Tom Lawler decides to win a block. If he gets that win over Okada, that's gonna be like everything.
Right.
Like eventually we're all gonna like lose our shit. I'm gonna go with Tom Lawler, but I think that, you know, Jeff Cobb might need that push again because, you know, they have to like push him, man. Okada's been there, done that. Yano, I really don't see it. No. Jonah is still getting, you know, his feet wet in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Lance Archer, I would love Lance Archer to be like a staple in New Japan just because, but I know that he's not really gonna go far in A block just because of, you know, I could just call it basically. And Balak Fale, I don't really see him going too much there. So my pick would be Tom Lawler for A block. For B block,
I was gonna go with Jeff Cobb.
Oh.
All right, well, I mean, I'm going to join in on this.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. Fuck, man. Well,
and the only reason I'm picking him, because like I said, they got this set up so easy, how they did it. This is literally the pillars, and they got them right up front.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okada, Jay White.
Oh, I see what you're talking about with
Tanahashi. That's what I was saying.
Okada, so they made Tanahashi, Jay White, and Will Ospreay. They made it so
obvious. So I'm like, clearly all four of them are not going to win their fucking block. So who's going to be the wild card to come out?
You never know. Just wait until I explain block B, maybe.
Well, I think Okada's going to win Block A, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, at least get him a little far. But hey, look, that's just my uneducated guess. That's where my gut's taking me.
That's not a bad guess. I mean, he fucking wins every other year. So
yeah. For Block B, I'm a little torn because, you know, it would make sense for having Jay to win Block B because he's champion. It would just make sense, but it's New Japan. Every time I try to make a fucking prediction, Gato is all like, no, fuck Marie. She can't like get her pick. Which I've experienced that before, and I was like, fuck this. I'm not doing this shit again. Tama needs this win in this block. As much as I love the Great Khan, but Tama needs this for story-wise to propel the story between him and Jay White because he needs that revenge. And then he also needs to like invoke, I mean, he can't really invoke his match to get a title shot because Okada is no longer champion because Tama still has that win over Okada. But either way, like Tama needs that win for this B block.
That's why I was going to go just off the simple fact. If Jay wasn't the champ, I would have picked Jay White, but being the fact that he is the champ, and they have that built-in feud, and this is the perfect way to kind of springboard Tama into being one of the top guys single-wise. So I was torn between him and Sonata, especially with Sonata coming back from injury. But I think Tama's going to win this block too.
Yeah, so I was going to ask about Tama Tonga because, like, I see him as a person that I don't watch New Japan. I do see a lot of like Tama Tonga popping up on like social media. Of course, he was heavily doing stuff not too long ago with What Culture. Him and Bullet Club were collaborating with them, so they've been getting some crossover appeal. Yeah, that was famously where Haku almost took off Simon. What the hell is Simon's last name? Simon Miller's head.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
So, how close is Tama to being a top tier talent, or is he just really good at working social media for the West?
He is super top tier talent. Very super top tier talent.
Someone maybe a little biased.
I am going to be a little biased. I am. You want to know what it is? It's because like I look at wrestling different from, you know, obviously the both of you. And then when I observed Tama's matches, especially when he fought Sonata during the G1, that shit was fucking perfect. And I like broke it down of like the tiny things that Tama does, like it's attention to detail. So Tama is a very top tier wrestler. I will say that if anyone out there has problem with that, you know, come find me on social media. It's totally fine.
Mighty presumptuous of you to be like, I view wrestling different than you guys. Like,
I really do.
That's a
You know
loaded
this.
She does to a certain extent, but not as
I'm just
not
playing,
as far as
man.
she's giving us shit for.
I'm
but
playing around.
I would
man.
say I'm not as high on him as she is, and I think that they kind of missed their opportunity to push him to that upper echelon, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
But that's what I mean is not like how talented is the man. Like I know he's super talented. What I mean is like, is he legitimately like? Do you guys see him fighting for the world title? My bad.
I was about to get there.
My bad, bro.
I was gonna get there.
Like
too.
I said, she's a little bit higher on him, so she's got his pussy on a little bit higher pedestal than I have. But what if he wins this block? This is what is gonna springboard him into being one of those top guys, because he is fucking ridiculous in the ring, and like you said, he's working everybody into a fucking frenzy every time he tweets something. Like, he has everything going for him except for that one big storyline and that one big feud and win to kick him into the main event. And if he wins this block, and especially if he beats Jay White like handily,
oh man,
it's that's what's going to be to have the Rocket strapped to his fucking back. Like, I don't think he'll ever win the title, but I think he'll be an adversary and be one of those guys that you can constantly come back to if you need somebody to be a challenger for the belt.
Maria, I got a question. With the G1, you know, obviously with so many world champions as winner, does the G1 have like a place on someone's trip to world title? Like, is it kind of like how we used to refer to the Intercontinental title, where it's like you win this and then usually the world title follows? Or is it something like you become a world champion and then you'll usually win the tournament? Or is it mixed?
I mean, because we have Jay White in here, this time it can be mixed. Just imagine if he does win, like, he can't challenge himself. But normally, if someone who's not a champion wins, they do get the opportunity to challenge the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion at a later date.
I forgot that was a stipulation. That's right. So the winner of the tournament challenges for the world title. I forgot all about that. My bad.
Also, let's not forget that Tama was never openweight champion until they gave it to fucking Carl Anderson, and Carl Anderson ain't doing shit with it. But
I thought that was going to be his thing. Like, I was happy that he got that title because, like it wasn't. It's not like the Intercontinental. It's not something. So he could have had like his little like corner carved out with that title, and he definitely should have kept it longer.
But for some reason, New Japan likes to give it to heel wrestlers. Like, a big example is House of Torture. Finally, House of Torture lost their 6-man tag team titles, and I was like, finally, you guys like didn't do shit with the Evil. But yeah.
How does the title shot work? Is it always is it something like, you know, WWE's Money in the Bank at a time of your choosing? Is it reserved for Wrestle Kingdom? Like, how does that work out?
Are we talking about this the G1 specifically or in general?
Yeah, the G1.
No, G1.
It's complicated. Oh, the G1. Whenever management wants to give it to you, whenever you talk to management and you're like, hey, I won, you know, when can we set this up? It's all on management.
So it's kind of, I got you. All right.
Yeah, if management wants to prolong it to Wrestle Kingdom, because they know that they could sell tickets, because in September fans can cheer. So like if they want to go that route, they can. But you know, if they want to do it earlier, maybe they can do it earlier. It's up to management.
Also, is that still a thing? I heard rumor about that. Like, New Japan fans, they can't cheer.
Yeah, they cannot cheer at the moment. They can only clap and stomp.
So they can show up, but they cannot cheer. How is that even regulated?
So basically, like okay, so in Japan, everyone listens. America doesn't listen. So it's a lot easier to tell fans in Japan you can't really make noise. There are certain other Japanese wrestling companies in Japan where they allow people to make a little bit of noise, and like those streamers and stuff, but they have a lower attendance rate because they can't have everyone packed in there because they still have to follow the COVID guidelines. With New Japan, everything is freaking strict. So the only time that they got a cheer is when Jay White won the belt at Dominion, and he forced the people to like actually cheer, and they actually cheered for him. So, you know, Jay White, the power of Jay White.
That's fantastic. Okay, it's just weird. You know, it was weird. I remember my wife, of all people, my wife was actually telling me about that. And I was like, how the fuck do you know this shit? And I don't.
But yeah, September they can start cheering again.
That's crazy to me. We can pack you guys in like sardines here, but no one opened their mouth. Like it's
everybody wears their mask all the way up to their nose and everything. I mean, they take that shit so serious.
I know, I get that, but it sounds almost as silly as like when you go into a grocery store and the aisles have like the fucking the one-way traffic signs. Like that's how you're combating it. Like I don't know, it seems silly to me. But anyways. All right, so
gonna go to C block.
C block, yeah. Let's do this.
Man, I don't even know who needs it. I want Henare to get the Never title. Which he already told me that he wants to get that. Evil doesn't need it. If Evil wins this, I'm gonna be full of laughter. If Kenta wins this, it'll be fun. Goto never really won a G1. Damn.
It's just weird for me, Goto not having the Never Open or being around in that. But I mean, the tag team with him and Yoshi.
Yeah, I mean, he just won the Never Six Man with it's him, Yoshihashi, and Yo. Damn, man, I want Kenta. What do you guys want?
Isn't Naito rounding out, like, isn't he in the twilight years of his career? I've heard some like rumblings about that.
Yeah, I think in a couple months he's gonna be 40 and he wants to retire, but
he's a former IWGP. Like excuse me, I know he's a former champ. I mean he's won the G1 before too as well, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shit, I'm gonna go. I guess I'm gonna go with Kenta too as well. Zack Sabre Jr. just lost to Cesaro, and I don't know why that's still fresh in my mind, but I just don't see Zack pulling the upset. And Tanahashi, I don't know, man. Maybe Tanahashi's gonna work with AEW some more. Who knows? Yeah, I'll go with Kenta.
I think I'm gonna go with Naito. I mean, like I said, I want Henare as well. Like the United Empire, like that's literally my favorite faction in wrestling right now. Like I'm fucking standing for Will Ospreay and all of them, like super hard. But I don't know. I think Naito's been kind of in and out of the title picture and in and out of the main event. I just don't see anybody in this block that I think like has his star power, I guess, or like his drawing power. So I think I'm gonna go with Naito on this one.
All right. So for D block is very, very interesting, only because we have two former IWGP World Heavyweight Champions, Will Ospreay and Shingo Takagi, and they always put on one hell of a match. The surprising thing is that we have David Finley and Juice Robinson in this block. Juice Robinson just went over to Bullet Club. He is rock hard Juice Robinson, and man, I really thought that he was going to take a break, like go on vacation. Like I was believing the fact that he was done with New Japan Pro Wrestling and that to come out with Bullet Club. And I'm like, yo, you actually fit Bullet Club.
The rock hard shit is so dope. It really is. It is. It's just so dope.
What the hell are y'all talking about, man?
It's like he's got this weird
That's his name.
Yeah.
In Bullet Club.
Rock hard.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Wait. I have to explain something. So like Jay White has Switchblade. You have El Phantasmo, which is Headbanger. You have Juice Robinson, which is Rock Hard. You have Yujiro Takahashi. He's a Tokyo Pimps. You got Bad Luck Fale. He's a Rogue General. You have Taiji Ishimori. He's the Bone Soldier. You have Evil, who's Darkness. I want to say the Prince of Darkness, but that's not really it. Who else am I missing from? You have Ace Austin. They did not give him a title, but each member in Bullet Club.
Oh, Chris Bay, the finesse king.
Yes, I'm sorry, Chris. Yo, I miss Chris Bay. New Japan, if I tag you in this, like, please start booking Chris Bay. Please, yes, I miss that dude. Start booking him, please. Hikuleo, it has Young Gun. Obviously the Good Sisters are there too, but that's another thing. But yeah, each member of Bullet Club has their own name. Well, so this is why we keep saying Rock Hard Juice Robinson.
Well, basically, you know how like everyone had like their own version of the Bullet Club shirt? That's what it is, was their nickname.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. This is some like WWE level of branding here.
Oh, yeah, they're not fucking around.
Okay.
Kyle over here is like, what the fuck is this?
No,
what have I entered into?
No, what's crazy is I've heard most of these names. I just didn't realize, like, I was just kind of like, maybe that's just everybody has a nickname, but I get it now. So like Bullet Club, you get an alias. Like, yeah. Okay.
Kenny Omega was the cleaner.
The cleaner, yeah. Okay. What were the Young Bucks?
I can't remember.
Young Bucks.
There's the Young Bucks.
They didn't have
were they above their own brand?
Bucks. I think they said the Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah. Cody was the Nightmare, and he still is. But
yeah.
The Bucks got away with.
Then they did the Elite. They were the Elite too.
Yeah,
that's true. No, you're right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you can call it. I guess that would fall in there. The Elite. Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest story to come out of this is what will David Finley do against Juice Robinson, knowing that, like, even though they had the hug and Juice made it all about David at the last show at Windy City Riot.
They former tag team partners?
Yeah, they're former tag team partners.
Okay.
So, seeing your tag team partner go over to the enemy because David Finley has a losing record against Jay White, it's kind of like, what the hell are you doing, buddy? Like, why are you going over to the enemy side? So I'm looking forward to David Finley versus
not even now. I just realized there's three Bullet Club dudes in this block.
Yeah, I know. Look,
I just realized.
I kept saying that this is like the ancient battle between Chaos members and Bullet Club. Like, it's been going on for years and years and years, and here we are at the G1 again, Bullet Club versus Chaos, which I'm a little tired of. But if I'm gonna pick somebody out of this block, David Finley needs this win in D block.
I'm going with my heart, and I'm going with it was hard because I love Will Ospreay so much. Like I said, United Empire is like literally that's my favorite group. And probably my favorite group of wrestlers in all of wrestling right now. But Shingo Takagi, like I think he needs to be back up there with the rest of the pillars. He needs to be back in those spots. And like I said, all these Bullet Club members, I think they kind of eat each other alive. And El Phantasmo does not get enough credit. That motherfucker is so dope. Like, he does not get enough like credit for being how good he is. Like, he's fucking elite to me. A high flyer and just a shitty heel, but like he makes the crowd cheer for him no matter what, even though he's a bad guy. Like the shit with the loaded boot that he was doing.
Oh my God, that whole story.
That shit was hilarious.
What's a loaded boot?
That whole story.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead. You can explain it better than me.
All right. So I followed that whole fucking story. Okay. So El Phantasmo is a Canadian wrestler, and his training in Canada was that he used to kick maple trees. He used to do the super kick onto maple trees, and that's how he got. Listen, I'm going like full story, okay?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He used to kick maple trees as part of his training, so his heel is very like rough and everything. So when he hits somebody with a super kick, it's a straight knockout. You can't get up from it. And he's been doing this for a while with his partner Taiji Ishimori, who's the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and they've been doing it for a while. And since they feuded with Taguchi and Master Wato, and also a little bit of Rocky Romero and like his partner being Robbie Eagles, they finally managed to get his boot off and show it to the referee, and the referee pulled out a loaded boot, which was like this like steel about like this big inside of his boot, and then he was ejected from
so he was a fraud.
The match.
He was a fraud. Those maple trees. It wasn't the maple trees. He was loading the.
Yes.
I love it, dude.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
And then what was it? Desperado, and I always forget his partner's name. What's his partner's name?
You mean Yoshinobu?
Yeah, they were having like a tag team match, and they were just both going after his foot, trying to pull his boot off.
You know what?
To show that it was loaded.
I have like this preconceived notion about like New Japan is like always super serious because it's the sports presentation. So when you explain to me like some of the goofier sides, because it's still pro wrestling at the end of the day.
It's not the New Japan's not the serious shit. It's serious in the ring, but the stories and they have all types of weird ass and kooky ass fucking characters. Look at Yano. Like I said, it's just the fans.
I love Yano, man.
I hate Yano. I think he's ass. I I think he's Japanese Colt Cabana. I think they're both ass. But,
he is.
but it's not the fans are more serious than what the actual like wrestling is. Like it's just the fans that make you think it's all buttoned up and shit. But no, they definitely always have some goofy shit going on.
Oh no, this is fantastic, man.
So do you want to hear another goofy story? It actually involves some of these men in here in the G1.
Sure, let's go for it, man.
All right. So Taichi, like I was saying earlier, he is our holy emperor in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and his
Phantom of the Opera is pretty much the best way to describe it.
It's basically opera. So his muse is Miho Abe. She's a very cute girl and everything. Taichi was trained by a lot of wrestlers who were in like kickboxing and stuff like that, and also like the sumo arts and whatnot. And I can't remember the dude's name. I did like a whole fucking thing about this, but that wrestler passed down the Iron Fingers down to Taichi. So the Iron Fingers has the spirit of the last wrestler. So whenever Taichi puts on the Iron Fingers, he becomes the essence of that maniac wrestler and starts choking everybody in the ring, including the referees and whatnot. There was a point where Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr., because they're tag team, took on Tama and Loa, and Tama decided to fucking take the Iron Fingers and like was starting to play around with it and like make a joke out of it. And I called it the Battle of the Iron Fingers because it was just like Tama being stupid with it. You know, asking Taichi of like, oh, you know, where is it? You know, where's your Iron Fingers? At one point during like Castle Attack, he brought out a bag that had like a lot of other shit in it, like, you know, weird shit. To be like, oh, is this yours? You know, is this yours? Trying to have him find it. But eventually, Taichi managed to get the victory over like God, and they laid the Iron Fingers to rest, where Taichi didn't really need to rely on the Iron Fingers anymore. So the essence of the Iron Fingers is laid to rest.
He comes to the ring with a microphone and that mask and shit on, singing.
Yeah, I see the mask. I see the mask on this guy.
Yeah,
he's up on the B block graphic.
He comes with a microphone attached to a stand with no wires or nothing.
Oh man, who Emi Sakura from Stardom? Yeah, she did the same. Oh no, wait. She did. Do you mean
Maki Ito?
No. Emi Sakura. She come out like Freddie Mercury.
That's right. Oh yeah.
She was doing like the Freddie Mercury AEW shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and nobody caught on to that. It's like, you guys don't listen to good music. Like it's Queen.
Yeah, no. I caught on to that saying. I was like, dude, wow, a chick doing Freddie Mercury. That's dope as fuck. Never would have seen that. Okay, so cool. I was able to tie it to something I've seen before. So that's what Taichi does, huh? He just comes out and pretends that he's singing.
Yeah.
Dope, man. Dope. Yeah, Maki Ito, she does come out and she sings fucking terrible. I love her to death. Don't get me wrong. That is a difficult thing to sit through though when she does that shit, man.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Yujiro, like I said, is our Tokyo pimp. So he comes out with the most sexiest girl.
I've seen that. They got the fucking bunny masks on and shit.
Yeah. I love her, man. She's super sexy.
I seen that. You should have had a graphic for that shit, man.
I mean, if we do, we're gonna get taken down.
I'm still tripping off the Tokyo pimp shit. Like, he's been riding that for about 10 years now. I fuck with it. So, and he's grown on me, like, in the ring. Like, you kind of don't take him serious, but he actually is. Like, if you really watch his matches, he's actually really fucking sound and snug, too, on top of it.
Yeah.
All right, so previewing these blocks here. Let's go back to this.
Oh wait,
weekend.
by the way,
go ahead. Sorry.
You haven't said who you're gonna pick for D block. And...
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because
I gotta go with. I'm gonna go with Rock Hard Juice Robinson. You know what I mean? I gotta go with that shit. Look at him. Look at those fucking glasses, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, Rock Hard. Let's do it. Why not?
Go back and watch Forbidden Door. Go back. He was on Forbidden Door and he did a couple promos with Jay White backstage. Go back and watch it.
Yeah, no, I saw him. I've seen Juice Robinson before. I remember when he cut those two like really viral promos back after his matches where he said who was it, like Dick Togoto or whatever, like
Dick Togo?
Yeah, Dick Togo, Togo, whatever. Fucking
Dick Togo.
Dick Togo. Jesus, why is this so hard for me to say? Like tried to hit him in the penis or something. Like, no, he had like two hilariously viral
Yeah, dude.
clips, and then I found out more about him. Like he was named like CJ Parker, and
Yeah.
he was an
Yeah.
environmentalist or
Save
whatever.
the planet. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've read up on Juice Robinson before. I've just never followed. You know what I mean? Like with everybody here, it's a little here, a little there that I've seen him.
Yeah. So what do you want to go back to?
Let's go back to this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, and like offer, I guess, our predictions, our like official predictions on the matches. I think because that's the quickest thing coming up, and then I guess what we can do is we can talk about who we think might take it overall, and we can like revisit this like as the shit goes on. I'm assuming that sounds good. You know.
Yeah.
So Okada and Jeff Cobb, who y'all got?
I got Okada.
Man. I have Okada too.
It's gonna be hard for me to go against any of these big names just because of how like unfamiliar I am. So I'm gonna go with Okada as well. I mean, he was just in that world title match in AEW. So
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, but Jeff Cobb is a monster though. But
He is.
And they actually have really good chemistry in the ring too.
yeah, what about okay, so Sonata and Jay White. Sonata is a former champ himself, right? Or did I get
Former
that?
United States.
United States
Yeah.
champ. Okay.
Yeah. Osprey took it from. Oh, yeah. I mean, Osprey like broke his face, and then Sonata had to give up the title, and then it was Tanahashi versus I think Osprey, if I remember.
Yeah.
I watched too much wrestling. I should remember this.
New Japan's gets plagued with injuries too, just kind of like AEW
God.
and WWE
hell
this
yeah.
year. Yeah.
The curse, man. The curse of the belts. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
All right. So so you guys know me. I'm gonna pick Jay White.
He's currently the
Same.
world champ. How would you vote against the world champ at this right now? Actually go ahead. Like, do world champs like notably like do they lose in this tournament? Like, does it happen
I
frequently?
mean, they can. It's
I
not
mean-
frequent, but they can.
Yeah.
Like they're good. Everybody's gonna lose. Like nobody's gonna go undefeated in this.
Yeah, so that's the only thing that confuses me. I was like, because I was trying to picture in my head, like, well, if you're the world champion, you're in this tournament, how do you go about not winning it? And then you described going by like how you win earns points, so it could be
Right.
like that
Yeah.
they're winning, but other people are winning in a more favorable way,
And that's kind of how they set it up too, where
and that's how they protect them, right? I'm assuming
Right,
that's
exactly.
why it's like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's just how I'm interpreting it.
no,
So-
that's exactly it.
Okay. Yeah, Jay White. I'm gonna go with there. Tanahashi, man, and how do you say his name, RN? I heard you say his name earlier.
Hanari,
Hanare.
Hanare.
Okay.
Yeah.
EA, whatever.
You guys know I'm picking Hanare. Hanare has a history with Tanahashi. So this is his revenge match.
I think that I'm only reason I'm picking him. Like I really wanted to go with him, but being that Okada's in that thing, I was too iffy on. But I think he's gonna win this too. I think they're kind of positioning him to be one of the next guys up, and you can just kind of tell his treatment. Then them adding him to the United Empire. I think that was a big thing, like for his character and for like. I think that he's going to be that next level of guys coming up. So I think there's going to be a part of it. And I think he's going to win this one too.
Sweet deal. And then who's? Oh, sorry. So
El Phantasmo.
El Phantasmo.
Oh, Phantasmo. It's ELP. Sorry.
No, cool. Yeah, look, hey, listen. Yeah, El Phantasmo and Osprey. I'll kick this one off. I've heard the name El Phantasmo. I've heard it a lot, but I've seen Osprey, and I don't understand like how that guy even loses. Like Osprey to me just seems like a world beater whenever I see this guy, from presentation to in-ring style. And I
This is
love
the match of the night for sure. This is going to be the match of the night.
Yeah, and I love that. Like I'm becoming familiar with Osprey more from his most recent in-ring style than like when everyone was comparing him to Ricochet.
Yeah.
Because this style that he has it's probably up there with some of my favorite shit out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, by far.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Osprey.
Sam.
Yeah, I'm going with Osprey too.
And then so then we'll kick off Sunday the 17th. Yano versus Jonah. Does Yano win? Can you explain that to me? Does this guy ever win? Like
Yes.
he does
All
not,
the fucking time.
he doesn't look like
All
a guy
the
that
time.
would win.
Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in the perfect sense that like I once did before. Yano cheats like a Bullet Club member without being in Bullet Club. So yes, he wins.
Right. He's their R-Truth. He always finds a way to
Yeah.
win.
Yes.
I was gonna
Oh
say,
my god, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how much he actually wins. Like if you really probably looked at his win-loss record, he probably has 3 times more wins than he has losses.
that's crazy
Yeah.
to me. Yeah, because I look at Yano and like, you know, like everything that I love it because he's such like the comedy act shtick. And then I've seen like the clips of like his match he had years ago with Colt Cabana, and
Right.
he was trying to get, I think one of the other was trying to get the other person to like take their fucking
Their
tape,
DVD.
their DVDs or something. Yeah, man. I thought that shit was
He's literally
hilarious.
their R-Truth. That's the best way to describe him.
Man, I didn't think about that. That was good. But I'm going with Yano just because I know that this guy is gonna cheat his way to doing something to Jonah, and he's gonna fucking win.
Yep. And I don't like Jonah, so I'm picking Yano just for shits and gigs.
I guess I'll pick former Thick Boy, just because I can't look at Yano, because Yano is like what I look like with my shirt off, and I'm like, there's no way I'd be winning matches looking like that, you know.
That's the only reason why I fuck with Yano, because he's had a dad bod as long
That's
as
what
I've been
I'm
watching
saying,
him.
man.
So
I was like,
over
dude,
10 years. It's not like he got fat. Like he's always been out of shape and squishy. So
fuck that, man. I'm gonna go with Thick Boy, former Thick Boy Jonah. All right,
I will never call another grown man thick boy.
that's the only reason I'm saying it. And then it's Ishii versus Taichi.
It's just Ishii.
It's just
I'm
Ishii.
sorry.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not Ishii. Like these people got to stop that. It's Tomohiro Ishii. Just Ishii.
Yeah.
Where am I
That's
picking up Ishii from?
People on the
From
internet.
people on the internet and like people on commentary. It's Ishii.
Okay, so I have heard this like on a broadcast before.
I have too.
Okay.
I've heard it, and it bothers
that's what I'm
me.
confirming. I'm like, I'm not just making this name up. Like, there's
No,
like
you're
I've been
not.
told this at some point.
Mhm.
Okay, Tomohiro
So it's
Ishii
Yeah.
Okay.
Versus Taichi.
versus Taichi.
This one, man, like this one, you're gonna have to like really watch this one. Who do I want to win? I really don't want Ishii to win. I love Ishii. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Taichi. Taichi's gonna get his first two points against Ishii.
I think that too. Like, and I think that this match is to show that Taichi is tougher than we give him credit for. And I think that's what.
Oh yeah.
Because they always use a G1 to kind of prop somebody up or like make us think differently one way or another. And I think this match is gonna be fucking nuts. Not like in a bad way, but like we're gonna see a side of Ishii I don't think we've seen yet. So I'm picking Ishii too. I mean, not
hope so.
Ishii, Taichi. I'm sorry.
Oh, Taichi. Oh.
Yeah.
Does Tomohiro Ishii and like Suzuki kind of fill the same genre, just like hard ass wrestler?
Yeah. His name is the fucking Stone
Pitbull.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just recognize him because he's got no neck. He's up there with.
I will say this: if you do manage to catch it, like during the day for like Sundays and Sundays free, Ishii doesn't have to do a lot in the ring. If you get him to a point where he gives you dagger eyes, you gotta run. Like it's the same feeling of Murder Grandpa when like
that's what I'm saying.
You
like
slap him, yeah, dude. Ishii is like super good in storytelling in ring wise.
He sells like a motherfucker too.
He does.
I have to see it, man. I'm gonna go with Ishii. Why not? I'll pick him. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kenta. I'm familiar with both these guys.
Yeah.
Finally, two guys that I can say that I've seen a fair bit of. I'm gonna go with Kenta. Man, and maybe let that guy get some wins, and who knows, maybe we'll get that dream match with him and CM Punk down the road.
You know you're not gonna happen.
That's never gonna happen.
CM Punk is gonna dodge him like always. It's Kenta. Kenta's winning against Zack Sabre Jr.
CM Punk is an honorable champ. He'll take on all comers. Okay.
Except people that can actually beat him or that he actually stole his entire act from. But I'm gonna pick. I want to go with Zack Sabre Jr. because he's literally like one of my favorites too. But I think Kenta's winning this one too.
CM Punk, you owe Kenta royalties.
Literally.
Oh man, who you going with, Marie?
for Block D, right?
Zack Sabre Jr. and Kenta.
Well, you know I'm going with Kenta.
Okay, I just want to get it get it officially out there. And then the last matchup of the weekend, Shingo Takagi, right?
Yeah.
Did I get that right? Versus Juice Robinson.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Rock Hard. Yeah, Rock Hard.
I mean, I want to go with Rock Hard. I do, but I just love Shingo just that much more. I'm gonna pick Shingo.
You know, Juice has been very crafty ever since joining Bullet Club. A lot more craftier than when he was the flamboyant Juice Robinson, and he might give Shingo a run for his money. My heart is saying Shingo because I know that when he does the pumping bomber, which is just a lariat, it's like reminiscent of like JBL's clothesline from hell type of shit.
Yes.
Which could knock somebody out. But my brain is like, yo, imagine if Juice gets that 2 points over Shingo, and Shingo's gonna be really upset. And now he has another person like to feud with. So I like a little bit of chaos. No pun intended to the whole fucking crew that's in here. But Juice Robinson.
It just kills me because, like, of all the Dragon Gate guys, like, I always loved Shingo. Like, I never would have thought that he'd be the one to make it out of that group of guys and end up being the New Japan world champ. Like, I definitely wouldn't have put my money on it being him.
All right. How do you want to do this? Because it looks like obviously this will pick back up on Wednesday next week. Do you guys want to meet back up next Tuesday and do another quick little rundown?
I will actually be out of town till next Thursday.
Well, now that you bring up Tuesday, I guess I could do the breaking news right now if you want me to.
I mean, you guys can run without me. Maybe see if Will jump on in my place.
Hold on. The thing is that, like, I'm already doing reviews on my own at my own time. But Tuesday, I'm interviewing Clark Connors. So, like, I can't really do that. So,
sick, man.
Yeah, so breaking news from me.
Is that going to be live?
Yeah, it's going to be live.
Tell us where we can watch it, man.
Yeah.
You can definitely watch it on twitch.tv/Marie_shadows. Also, if you follow my Twitter at Marie_shadows, I will be posting a link where you could just register. So that way I know you're going to be there. And like, because Twitch doesn't like to give notifications to everybody. So they'll give you an extra notification straight to your inbox to remind you guys that I'm going to be going live with him at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 his time. So that's going to happen on Tuesday, July 19th, because he's such a sweetheart.
Well, since it'll be 3 shows, why don't we meet up Thursday?
Now, well, what we can do, because it's on Wednesday, what we can do our end, just because Marie obviously has better things to do on Tuesday. Sunday on the next episode of the Rewind, we'll go ahead and just give some quick picks and just incorporate it into next week's show.
Do you know what time the Sunday show is, Marie?
It should be like, what you mean, like to watch it?
Yeah, like what time's it airing?
Usually on Sundays it airs like at 2:00 in the morning for us.
Like Saturday, like going in Saturday night, or like going into Monday morning?
No, like Sunday night for us, like at 2 a.m. That's when it starts playing. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that would be Monday morning, 2 a.m.
No, Sunday at. Hold on.
So Saturday night, but it's really Sunday morning.
Give me a second. Let me bring up the damn schedule.
That's what I was asking. Like, would you say Sunday at 2 a.m.?
It's so confusing, man. Is this what it's like to be like a UK fan?
Listen, if you guys want to head over to NJPWworld.com to get your subscription for only $7 a month, and you can actually look at the live schedule. Another free plug because they don't pay me for this.
I'm actually going to get mine for this. I'm actually going to start my subscription because does it have English commentary too?
Yes, it does. We're getting English commentary. So for Saturday, July 16th is going to be free live. It's going to start at 4 a.m. for all Eastern people like us.
Okay.
For Sunday, it's going to start at 1 a.m. Eastern time for us. So that's also free. That's July 17th. Then what? You want to know about like next Saturday?
Next Sundays, right? Yeah, next Sundays. So
next Sunday, July 24th, 2 a.m. Eastern time, like I was saying. Sundays are always a little bit earlier when it comes to them doing shows.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
have
God.
this all here, man.
It's so overwhelming. I wonder if this is what it's like to be like a WWE fan in the UK.
Yeah, it probably is. But yeah, I have my own schedule up about like how I'm doing it on my channel. I don't know if I want to do extra on top of that,
No,
but I'll
you're
let
good,
you know
Marie.
if you want to.
No, you're good. We don't have to like commit to like because
Yeah,
it is a lot. I was just saying like, hey, for the hell of it, maybe we'd bring you back on. But me and RN can just keep up to date and maybe get some picks from you. We'll whatever, man. We'll figure it out. It ain't a big deal.
You should end up signing up to my newsletter so that way you guys can use my stuff for your material.
There you go. That's what it is. We'll check in on Marie on the rewind. Oh man.
Actually, yeah, we could just read her recap.
That's true. What's going to be the match of the night for both nights?
Go ahead, Marie.
I was thinking. You could go. I'm still looking at it. Go ahead.
I already know. For me, it's going to be Ospreay versus El Phantasmo. I think that you're going to get some of the old school Ospreay high flying and shit. I think with that. And night 2, I think is going to be. I just got to stick with my heart here. I'm going to go Shingo and Juice.
I agree with Saturday. I'm going to say with Sunday, it'll be Zack Sabre Jr. and Kenta. That'll be match of the night.
For me, Sunday, I'm definitely going to have to agree that Shingo and Juice are going to like steal that whole entire event. For Saturday, as much as I'm going to probably enjoy Ospreay and ELP and be like, ELP, why the fuck you doing those little stupid things? I'm going to go with Sonata and Jay White for me.
Sweet deal.
Yeah.
All right, man. That sounds good, man. All right. Thank you for helping us preview the show.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to do this for a while.
We had already internally, we had been talking about it, and I mean, we had to get this done. Like I've been giving him shit about not keeping up with New Japan for a long time now. So
yeah.
He finally listened. He doesn't listen to me hardly ever, but he finally did.
Hey,
listen
man,
to me on this one.
I put it together. I got it done.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate you guys. Marie, go ahead one more time. Let people know where you're at, what they can do, how to find you, all that fun stuff.
All right, cool. So this was fucking fantastic. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give, obviously, Smack Raw a like, a comment, whatever. Let me know how well I did. Let us know how well we did. And even your picks. Let us know who you picked for the G1.
Facts.
You can find me over at Twitter at Marie_Shadows. You can also sign up to my newsletter, marieshadows.substack.com, because those graphics that you just saw, if you get a paid subscription, you guys to get that for free, and we can have a whole nice time over at my Substack, where it comes to getting the full podcast of my reviews, getting discussion threads, getting videos from my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Marie_Shadows. And also you get updates on the go before the general public. So come be my reader. And Tuesday, July 19th, again, I will be interviewing NJPW wrestler star, New Japan star as well, Clark Connors, because he's such a sweetheart, and I was able to get him. And it's going to be a super fun show. July 19th, 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific Time, over at twitch.tv/Marie_Shadows. If you forget, follow me on Twitter, and you can sign up and register so it can go to your email. And I'll see you guys there.
You need to stop fucking around and just come and be a part of us. You do more shows than half the people we fuck with anyway, and you interact with everything. You are literally you're not even an honorary member anymore. You are a fucking member of Smack Raw. You might as well just quit playing and accept our proposal and make it official, girl.
We'll make it official someday. We will court Marie over.
Make it Facebook official, Marie. Stop playing with us.
Make it Facebook official.
RN, hey, you said that Mean Jelly Beans got an album dropping?
Yeah, August 22nd, 822222222, Children of the Corn.
Are you on any of the tracks, or is this?
I'm on a couple of them. I'm mainly like ad-lib shit. Like it was Adam and his little brother and his other brothers. Actually, our producer made a bunch of beats and shit for us. So I got like maybe 1 or 2 songs I'm on. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but they're actually coming here in a couple weeks. So we're gonna record some videos and do some dumb shit. So
are these all new originals, or are any of these?
No, it's all new stuff.
All new stuff. Okay, yeah. Okay.
We really we never do shit with it because like he got a real job now doing actually recording and editing. So like he's like sick of our actual shit, but like we have probably about 150 songs in the bag that we haven't done anything for. So like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you guys have such a huge back catalog. You've been doing this for like a decade.
Literally. So
yeah,
it's like
man.
We can pull shit out of nowhere. So, but no, we're definitely gonna have stuff for this, and then check out Route 4 Kennels. I got my shirt on. My boy Stone Cold Steve Austin on the front.
Sick deal, man. Hey, you guys. Yeah, thank you all for watching this show. You guys know if you want to support us financially, just head on over to patreon.com/SmackDrawPodcast, and then, of course, paypal.me/SmackedRaw. SmackDraw Pod, if you want to help us out. Otherwise, man, we appreciate you guys just tuning in, sharing. Make sure to check out all of RN's stuff and Marie Shadows. Thank you all for coming on the show. And I guess we'll pick up more of the G1 Climax on the next episode of The Rewind this upcoming Sunday at 9 p.m. here on Twitch. Until then, y'all have a good one.
See y'all later.
Later.
Hey, this is Bret the Hitman Hart, the best there is, best there was, and the best there ever will be. And you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.